Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and I'm on a mission to spread peace, love, and positivity through music. Today, we're going to be diving even deeper into the Madonna rabbit hole, and we've got 3 songs to do just that. We'll start with Justify My Love, then Love Song, and lastly, Take a Bow. Now, if you're very quick with it, then you'll probably have noticed that all 3 of these songs today will actually be featuring another artist in addition to Madonna. For the first song has Lenny Kravtiz on it, who I've only heard once before. Then we'll be hearing Prince, who we have a deep love for Prince on the channel, so excited to hear the Madonna-Prince collaboration. That's going to go absolutely crazy. And then the last song, Take a Bow, will feature an artist who I'm unfamiliar with, named Babyface. I think there's a modern-day rapper named Blueface Baby, but I can't imagine those have anything to do with one another. But regardless, I'm excited to find out what we've got in store, and that is all thanks to Rodney the Rocker for making this donation request and these selections today. Thank you, my friend. Now, we jump in. Noticing a lot of black and white music videos with Madonna.
I wanna kiss you in Paris.
It's a good place to do it. Very romantic.
I wanna hold your hand in Rome. I wanna run naked in a rainstorm. Make love in a train, cross country. You put this on me.
Oh my gosh.
So now what?
Oh my gosh, already the seduction is off the charts.
So
On her
now
knees.
what? So now what?
You got this like hypnotic kind of beat.
Wanting, needing, waiting for you.
The whispered intimacy. Oh, cool.
Praying for you to justify my love.
It's like what happens behind closed doors in hotel rooms. It's like a BDSM thing going on here.
For you to justify my love.
I would say minimalistic and moody this one is. Why do I speak like Yoda?
I wanna know you. Not like that.
When was this released? Because when it comes to like a lot of these controversial songs, I think time and place always play a very relevant factor. Because like nowadays we get crazy stuff online. Justify My Love. It was released as the lead single from the Immaculate Collection on November 6, 1990. So 35 years ago. Yeah, I can imagine this getting a wide sort of reception.
Not like that.
But I love the atmospheric sensuality about it all.
I don't wanna be your mother. I don't wanna be your sister either.
The family's involved in this. That's
I just wanna be a lover.
okay. Just want to be a lover. Got it.
I wanna be your baby. Kiss me. That's right. Kiss me. Wanting. Needing. Waiting. For you to justify my love. Yearning.
I get it.
Burning. For you to justify my love.
I was gonna like describe this sort of as like a whispered diary of lust. But honestly, it's not really much of a diary if you're just saying it directly to somebody else.
What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Talk to me.
Trip hop vibe.
Tell me your dreams.
Fearless in one's sexuality.
Tell me your fears. Are you scared? Tell me your stories. I'm not afraid of who you are. We can fly.
And like, seems like she's very open about, here in this case, her bisexuality. So I was not around for the 1990s for real. I was just born in 97, so I don't know the climate then, but given the levels of homophobia that still persists in the 2010s and now 2020s, I can only imagine how brave, how difficult releasing something like this must have been, even visually. There's a lot going on here.
Poor is the man whose pleasures depend on the permission.
I'm assuming bisexuality, I don't really know.
Love me. That's right. Love me. I wanna be a baby. Yeah. Wanting. Needing. Waiting. For you to justify my love. I'm open and ready for you to justify my love. To justify my love.
This is a sexy video.
Wanting to justify. Waiting to justify my love. Praying.
Oh my god, there's a whole orgy.
To justify my love, I'm open to justify my love.
Yeah, thought-provoking, controversial, provocative for sure. Love the beat and everything. Love the sensuality, the whispers, the minimalism of it all. I've looked up the ways that people have described a few Madonna tracks that I've already reacted to, and this like subgenre of trip hop keeps reappearing. So I assume this is also similar to that trip hop kind of characterization. It's interesting too to think about the idea of having to justify one's love, because it implies that you're having to justify it against somebody's doubts of that love, because otherwise the love could just stand as is without any need to justify it. So the fact that you're having to do it either to another person in that dyad of the relationship to show that actually, yes, this is love that is real, not just fake, or to an onlooker justifying it to them. I think you shouldn't have to justify your love to onlookers and anybody's there to just incessantly cast negative judgment and make their preferences your reality. It just doesn't make sense to me. I think the younger generation nowadays are more fluid and have begun to understand really that people are just people doing the best that they can. Allow them to be who they are without restraint, without feeling the need to impose your views all the time. And I'm sure if you yourself are a Madonna fan, you probably understand exactly what it is that I'm saying. So more or less at this moment, just preaching to the choir. But really fun song, really chill, gets you into that mood for sure. And the black and white certainly helps as well. I don't know what it is about black and white, but there is that nice, like, almost classic feel to it. And, I think red, if you could like find a way in editing to add shades of red, or like, if you ever seen like, I'll use an example, Better Call Saul. There are a few scenes in that show where in the flash forwards, I guess, not to spoil things, but most of it is black and white, except for a few key scenes where you can see the embers of red. That would be a cool visual thing there as well. But anyways, let's jump into the next track here. This one is going to be featuring Prince, which now makes sense why, Prince and Madonna may collaborate on something, because Prince too is a controversial figure and very fearless as it relates to anything sexual.
Je suis prête. Vous êtes prêts aussi?
Some French. Je suis prête.
Are you wasting my time?
You can hear him right away, already harmonizing.
Oh no, baby. My love is in blood. Are you wasting my time? Are you just being kind? Don't give me one of your lines. Say what you mean what you say. Don't go and throw our love away. Strike me dead if I did you wrong. This is not a love song. Are you just being kind?
Interesting. Another very stripped down track.
Losing my mind.
Very groove driven. Whoa, the phasing of the voices. Feels like more of an experimental kind of pop song rather than a true pop or seductive pop song. Less melody in this.
Are you just being kind? Oh no, baby, my love is in blind. Are you wasting time? Are you just being kind? Don't
Underneath right there you can hear the da 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 da, that vocal melody being emulated by, seems like some kind of synth.
Are you just being kind?
You see the parallel?
Don't go give me one of your lines. Say what you mean what you say. Don't go and throw our love away. God strike me dead if I did you wrong. This is
I like this chorus. Oh wow, what are these chords that they're singing?
God strike me dead if I did you wrong.
It's like a huge,
This is not a love song.
the way those voices interact is not obvious melodically what's going on.
What?
Am I losing my mind?
Wait.
Time goes by so slowly for those
Interesting.
and those who run seem to have all the fun. But am I wasting my time? She's so
Whoa.
fine. Just being kind.
Oh, some brass?
Give it to what all your enemies told you. Sugar, never have I did I do you wrong.
Wow.
This is not a love song. Now you're just being kind.
I don't know how they did the composition for this, but it almost feels like a perfect blend of Prince and Madonna. Obviously the two are together, but it's not like one style, one feel dominating the other. Because you could tell me this is a Prince song featuring Madonna or a Madonna song featuring Prince. I think both characterizations would make perfect sense to me as a naive listener, especially to Madonna. The minimalism again is definitely making itself known. Reminds me a bit of Diamonds and Pearls by Prince, which actually the other day we just did a reaction to that. How can I say, earlier too, there were moments of like very ephemeral or just temporary Prince funk in the mix. At this point, it's kind of escaped us. I would have to pull it back to show the example, but there's little moments of that where I'm like, okay, that is like Prince's influence almost certainly. It's a cool collaboration. I'm trying to figure out like how it's hitting me right now, because at the moment I'm like trying to understand it and hear what's going on with the movement, because again, melodically there's not as much going on as there is rhythmically.
Contrary to what all your enemies told you, sugar mama, how did I do you wrong? This is not a love song. Now you're just being kind. Am I losing my mind?
Losing your mind.
Ooh.
Oh no, baby.
Yeah.
Are you wasting my time?
Wasting my time.
Are you just being kind?
No,
Oh no, baby, my love isn't blind. Are you wasting my time?
I like the moments where Prince starts getting, I call it the pterodactyl screech mode. He just starts unleashing.
Don't go give me one of your lines. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. That's how it you don't fuck my mind. Mean what you say, baby, I am gone. This is not a love song.
Wow. Wow.
Ooh, you just being kind.
Embrasse-moi
What?
Am I losing my mind?
pour le dernier froid.
Some French again. I have to freshen up on my French to pick up on all the vocab.
Don't try to tell me what your enemies taught you. I'm gone, but I just want you to know.
It's very experimental. Maybe kind of like an art pop as well as being an experimental pop kind of vibe. It's interesting, you know. I was thinking like, does it actually resonate with me? Because I know Rodney mentioned in his request that he kind of views this song as being extremely polarizing. Like most people either love it or hate it. I don't think I love it or hate it. I think I'm like in that gray zone that this song sort of, to me, conveys. It even like in terms of meaning, it feels like a little bit more standoffish about love, because it's not necessarily like a song that romanticizes love itself. It almost feels like an anti-romantic song, right? It's less about the idealized love that I think a lot of songs in the world tend to be about. And you know, love as a concept, even on this channel, peace, love, positivity, love gets thrown around a whole hell of a lot, which I think for good reason. But then to view love instead of being as obvious and grandiose as that, and instead view it as more of a sort of like push-pull of, I don't know, ego, desire, control even, that seems to be where this song is coming from, which is why it could feel a little bit more polarizing in general. And I think the meaning even could be polarizing. So you have like two elements of this song already that maybe are polarizing in terms of melody and feel, and then in terms of meaning. And that's sort of what I love just about music and art in general, even irrespective of Prince or Madonna here, is challenging the norm and forcing people to confront more nuanced emotions. Whatever is obvious, and we can restate it and to reaffirm the axiomatic things that we know that, you know, bear out in our lives. But things become far more complex very quickly, and that can be way more interesting. So to me, what I would say first and foremost about Love Song here is that it is an extremely interesting song. I'm not as connected to it melodically. I think I'm more connected to it rhythmically, and when I listen to the way that this is produced, hearing all of the different components that craft this kind of beat. And we all know Prince as being somebody who creates some of the most eclectic beats and rhythms out there. So we get that influence in this track. And then again, the whole conversation about lyrics there. I love analyzing something that is a bit more nuanced in that regard. So to me, that's what makes this song a very intriguing listen, but I don't think it has for me as much, let's say, replayability. But, you know, that's just my perspective on a first pass. Let's jump into the last song here. Take a Bow. Already a lot more melodic, right? In the keys, in those very warm kind of string sounds.
Take a bow, the night is over.
Oh, the way that this, I don't even, this looks so beautiful. You don't see my cursor, unfortunately, but I'm hovering over the white thing here. It looks like a flower petal.
Is over, this masquerade is getting older. Lights are low, the curtains down. There's no one here. Say your lines, but do you feel them? Do you mean
Why'd you do that?
what you say when there's no one around? Watching you, watching me. One lonely star.
Is he not, what is the term? It's not conquistador. Is it luchador? Those who like they have the red banner and they run with the bulls. Is it luchador? Let me look quick. Luchador. No, that's that's like Nacho Libre, Mexican wrestler. What is the name of person who runs with bulls? The people who run with bulls, particularly during the Pamplona running of the bulls, are known as mozos in Spanish. Okay, that is a name I'm unfamiliar with. So maybe he's a mozo.
You watching me.
And conquistadors is like, that's historical, so I'm totally off.
I've always been in love with you. I guess you've always known it's true.
Definitely vibe with this melody.
You took my love for granted. Why? Oh, why? The show is over. Say goodbye.
The show's over. Take a bow. Say goodbye. Makes sense. It's like kind of theatrical imagery.
Say goodbye.
Like framing the relationship as a performance.
Comes so easy when you get to the part where you're breaking my heart. Hide behind your smile. All the world loves a clown. Wish you well, I cannot stay. You deserve an award for the role that you play. No.
I love this song because it's again like going into the more complex emotions, and maybe it's just multiple emotions at once that we again have to disentangle that nuance. But in the slow burn of the song, we get all of the shades of the actual love that she has, the intimacy that they've shared, but at the same time she's mournful of this relationship because it had this sort of gloss over it, this facade, if you will.
For the role that you play, no more masquerade.
But no more Masquerade. Yeah.
I've always been in love with you. I guess you've always known it's true. You took
Madonna is so fine.
my love for granted. Why, oh why? The show is over, say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. All the world is a stage, and everyone has their part. But how was I to know which way the story goes? How was I to know you'd break my heart? I've always been in love with you. Guess you've always known you took my love for granted. Why, oh why? The show is over, say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye.
Awesome. Yeah, more bangers from Madonna. Always so thought-provoking, which I didn't even realize this would be like a part of what really interests me about doing these Madonna reactions and checking out her songs, because I feel like every single song there is this balance of emotions. She's either being a little bit more provocative but challenging what is normative. And the thing is, when you are doing that, you have to have a really, I think, pointed understanding of how people think and why people think that way and what specifically can be challenged about it. And of course, you know, when you have an established status quo for any, you know, topic, you first, I mean, there's many ways to like skin the cat in this regard, but you can first present what is the common opinion, let's say, the layman's view, and then right after explain why that view exists and how tweaking a certain assumption of that view gives you a different result that is contrary to the normative opinion. And that's what makes things interesting, when it defies your current understanding. And when you think you've got something completely figured out, it's like, oh, this is now banal, it's more boring. With Madonna, she's challenging you with every lyric, every step of the way. She's pushing you past what is comfortable, because what's comfortable is already accessible to you. It's already the status quo. I don't think art has to just be for the status quo, though it can be, and we have great music all around that does exhibit status quo kind of feeling. But also with time, the status quo does change, and art, if I have to state it explicitly, I will. Art helps shift what the status quo is and how people view society through the lens of art. These cultural conversations can't exist without art in all of its various forms. I mean, it starts at the bottom, right? It's bottom up. Things propagate upwards. Thinking collectively and challenging our assumptions. It's always important to me. I view critical thinking as an extremely important, I don't know if you would call it virtue, something to do all the time, is to critically think. Don't just be spoon-fed all of the information. Don't be spoon-fed all of your opinions. And if you feel like you have opinions of yours that you don't know how you quite, arrived at those conclusions, ask yourself, why? Why do I even think this way? What led me to this thought pattern? And if I were to actually critically work with the axioms at play or the facts of the matter, what conclusion would I as the individual come to? And then we can actually start having more substantive conversations rather than, shying away from things that are more contentious or more provocative. Especially these days too, with social media, there's been a tendency to like cancel all over the place, and all of these kind of suppressing behaviors, they impede humanity, they impede our ability to connect rather than, bring us closer. And there's like this feigning of safety that people purport, but it's not actually real. If you're able to live in your own bubble, great, you're doing well, but it is a bubble. And the moment that somebody else bumps against you or pokes at it slightly, it will burst and the house of cards will come crumbling down. Madonna, Prince, people like this who are very boundary pushing, they do it maybe, yes, to be provocative as their goal, but also to get the conversation rolling. And if they view something as being problematic one way or the other, the opinion will be stated very clearly and out there for then the world to digest and kind of mull over. It's our job to do the mulling over and figure out with honesty what we think about things. Yeah, she's so thought-provoking. It really stimulates the sapiosexual in me. Outside of just like the actual content of the lyrics and everything that she conveys, even visually, the songs themselves are really enjoyable from just an intrigue standpoint. And I would say out of the three, the most replayability value I found was in Take a Bow with its melody. But I also really enjoyed Love Song for all of the components that came together to put that song. How can I word this? To assemble that song. So I would probably put, in terms of my replayability, Take a Bow, Love Song, then Justify My Love. But ask me tomorrow and my opinion may change. But that's all I have for you today. Let me know what you thought about these tracks, my reaction, anything and everything down in the comments below. But if you'd like to make a Madonna request yourself, you can hit the first link in the description box below. It's the best way to support my channel. But as always, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful